Hi everyone, happy Monday. This is T with Sylvester and Miss Patra. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a nice weekend and of course you're looking forward to the week. Whoop whoop. So this week's tea, I'm extra excited. We have a guest on the show, Miss Patra, also known as my mom. As you can see, I'm sure I look like the older sister. everyone, mom, she likes that. I like her genes. I hope when I'm her age, I would look this young. So mom, I know mom is ready to tell us so many details. Today we have a juicy topic. And mom, what topic are we talking about today?
Oh, let's talk about attitude.
Attitude.
Yes, your generation and our generation attitude is quite different. Very, very different.
Oh, okay. So attitude today. On the show we say your attitude determines your altitude, right? Whether it's a business, you're an employee, even just in life, right? Your attitude determines where you're going or how far you're going to go. So grab your teacups for this week's tea. So old generation and new generation, what do you mean, mom, when you say attitude?
I wanted to talk about attitude because we have been arguing all the time about attitude. I tell you that your generation and our generation is quite different because attitude determines everything. I'll tell you something like this. When I started working for Zambia State Insurance, that's about a long time ago. I worked for Zambia State Insurance for 29 years, dedicated years. When I was just employed by this, I didn't tell myself that I'm an employee. I told myself that I'm the owner of the company. If you have that attitude, you find everything goes well, because in attitude there are a lot of things which are involved, like punctuality. You find your generation, you can go for work at any time, all the time with excuses. But me, for 29 years, if I ever went late, I'll feel guilty and I'll explain to my boss why I'm late. I have worked in a lot of companies whereby you walk in, you find you have to apologize to the company for bringing business, because you find maybe the person you are going to find at the counter, that person is either they are busy playing with the phone or talking to somebody, reading a newspaper. No courtesy of saying there is somebody who has walked in. So you have to apologize to say, oh, sorry, can I come in? Oh, yes. And then even after that, you are not even greeted. Somebody will just stare at you. You have to greet that person. And then even to ask for a chair. Oh, can I sit? Oh, yes, you can sit. Then you find already you are put off. You come, you want to bring business, but you tell yourself, if this type of attitude is what clients come across with, I would rather take my business somewhere else. You find there are a lot of things whereby even sometimes you find you want to talk to that person's boss. You ask, is your boss in, or I don't know. They will just point to say, oh, check that side. You are a client and you have to go around checking from office to another. Is this where I can find Mr. So? You are told, no, the next office, going round and round. Such type of attitude, to me, it's something else. And then you find the same, your generation, sometimes, your boss is trying to correct you. Instead of you appreciating your boss, because you can't all be bosses. You find the thing with your generation and our generation, why it's different is you like competing with your boss. You find, oh, my boss has said that I'm going to resign. You're going to resign. Who is going to lose? Because me, when I worked for Zambia State Insurance, I never thought of resigning. Of course, I used to have bad days. You find sometimes you have made a mistake, your boss will try to correct you. But I used to tell myself that I cannot resign from my company because my boss also have a man number just like me. So if you have that attitude of saying, I'm working for the company, you find you enjoy your work, you know. So there are a lot of things what happens in these companies which our generation is quite different from ours. So I don't know, what do you think? What do you think about your generation? Because you can't challenge me to say, no, our generation is better. No, you can't. Because, you know, even when I went for a retirement, when there was a farewell party for us, you know, I gave a speech and I challenged the people. I said, you young ones, you can check in my file from the time I joined Zambia State Insurance up to date. You are going to find just 2 types of letters. It's either transfer from this department to another or promotion. Not whereby you are called to say, no, you have done this, you have to, you have to go suspension or everything. Those things were not known in our era. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So she did hit some very, you know, things to think about. One, treating the company like your own. That's the only way you get to progress, right? Because if you're treating it like your own business, then that's going to rub off on the customers. Imagine walking into a company and asking them, please, sorry, are you busy? Like, they should be running after you and not the other way around. And a lot of people are usually on social media and they're not attending to customers, which is sad nowadays. I don't know if it's because the old generation, there was no social media. Maybe that's why they were never on their phones.
No, there were a lot of things to do. It's only that we have work at our own heart, you know. We're taking it like our own. The way I said, oh yes. We're taking it like our own.
Like your own business. Okay, yes, so if you love the job so much, then why are you here? Why did you retire early?
I retired because of 2 things, my dear. One, I told myself that I'm not going to work above 50 years, you know, because if I continue working, how about the young ones? I have nieces, I have nephews, I have children. They have to be in the office. So if I'm going to work for 100 years or so, or 2 when I die, how about you? I have to consider all those things. 2, I know because you're expecting, I had to come and look after my granny. So there were 2 things which made me to go for a retirement. But what we should tell ourselves is we shouldn't just have one job. We have to try to make money somewhere else. You have to do something else. Have your own company.
Okay, mom, please hold off on that. That's an interesting topic. I think we have to sip our tea and let those words of wisdom sink in. You've said so many good points, and before you jump onto being an entrepreneur and your examples, I think we need to take a quick break. What do you think?
Oh yes, but before I say that, I wanted to say something else again. I started work as a secretary. I think secretaries, they make good bosses. Because of that attitude, we are taught to look after our customers, you know, customer care. So that's one of the attitude for secretaries. So I'm proud. I was once upon a time a secretary, and I did my best.
Yeah, okay. So yes, let's drink that tea before talking about the next topic.
Okay.
Let's everyone grab your teacups for a short break.